Hey folks, Craig back again, and a few days ago I was out at a picked fort, one of the Scottish Vitrified Forts. Now, let me just turn this. So, I brought back a couple of the vitrified rocks that were loose on the surface, and today I'm going to cut them through the vitrification so that you can see the vitrification process when it's done properly and when it's not done properly, and how an inconsistent temperature through the wall leads to these walls being very weak. So if you give us a couple of seconds, I'll cut these two and show you what happens during the vitrification process, and also explain some other things about the vitrification process. So let me cut these in half, because I'll cut this one and this one. I'll cut them right through the center here, and then we'll discuss the results. Well folks, I'm going to say this: cutting vitrified stone is awful. It stinks. It's quite soft to cut, but it is just going to fracture everywhere. This bit exploded into multiple pieces while trying to cut it. It's, yeah. So as you can see from this, you have several different types of stone melted together, and this really didn't get up to the right temperature. None of these bits did. This is the other bit, and although this one's a bit better in the center, none of this is truly vitrified. None of it was solid. I would say cutting any other stone, this was just softer than pretty much anything I've ever cut, apart from a green mica, which was a 3 on the Mohs hardness scale. I would say this coming in at about a 3 or a 4, and I wouldn't even say higher than that, to be fair. This is just not good stuff to make a castle out of. You can see the grain structure in this, but once you see, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can break this. Yeah, with my own strength, just by pushing down on it. This stuff is not what you want to build a castle out of. A higher temperature maybe, but yeah, I want my castle built out of this. You're not going to get much taller than one structure. So, and as you can see, it fragments very easily. Very, very easily. So this is one of the other pieces, and you'd see it's just weakened the rock. It's not strengthened it really. It might have looked pretty, but this has added 0 strength really to the walls. I mean, in this bit you can see they have melted together different rocks, but you hit this with anything heavy and it's coming apart. I mean, this one, it all broke. Wow. You can see the weakness in it is where the stones meet. So that one fits back in place, so you can see how the bonding, like these two rocks bonded together much better, and these two rocks bonded together much better, but as you can see, that didn't. There's not real any bonding, and when I cut it, it snapped instantly through that crack. Even the stone that was in the middle, because you can see that's stone there, came off there, it cracked right the way through the middle of the stone, and that crack already existed. So the heating process in the vitrification, I would say, was probably between 50 and 100 degrees too cool. And this is one of the first, the Cairn fort is one of the first early Pictish forts that was vitrified. And when we visit some of the other forts, we'll see whether the vitrification process improved or the techniques improved, because yeah, this although they're vitrified, and as you can see, this one's quite melted together well in places, but it is places, and then it just cracks and shatters along weakness lines. So yeah, I definitely won't want my fort built out of this. I sure as hell wouldn't want my fort built out of this. And yeah, so let me just hold this one up, put it back together. So, because you can see in places the vitrification process worked fantastically. So I don't know if bits were inside, outside the wall, whether the air temperature running through the wall was not high enough, because I imagine you must have bellows on this process. Otherwise, there's no way to keep the oxygen flow going through the charcoal to keep the temperature high enough. But this would have meant that the early Picts would have come up on iron quite quickly, because a lot of the rocks around here do contain iron. Down on Montrose you can smelt iron and copper. In fact, down at Auchmithie you can actually get iron ore, because I have some. 2 seconds. Now this is iron and barite. If I hold this up and zoom in a bit, we might be able to see, there you go, you can see the iron structure there, the crystallised iron is this, and then the other stuff in this is barite, which I think is an aluminium and something else crystal, but this you can get down at Auchmithie, which is 10 miles down the coast. And this you would be able to smelt into iron. This is quite heavy. It's a thin chunk, but it has a fair weight to it. So yeah, so the outer, some of this might be calcite crystals on the edge as well. However, we're getting distracted. So if the Picts were managing to melt stone, then the likelihood is that they were going to come across iron pretty quickly. And at Montrose, you also get this green stone, which is full of copper, which I don't have. I have something similar here. It's a slightly lighter colour. This isn't the exact stuff, but you do get a lot of rocks here that are green because of the copper. So yeah, so about the vitrification process used in the stone here, they definitely were getting up to the 1,200 range, especially in certain places. But and judging by the look of this, I think we're going to have to do some experiments and get some gorewood charcoal, and during one of the summer nights go down to the beach and see if we can melt a load of stone together, because I'm quite interested in how this process worked and happened. And as I was saying, Professor Simon on YouTube, he has a few videos around how his father was part of an experiment during the 60s, where they were using gorewood or winnie bush charcoal, and this, because of its density, was burning far hotter than normal wood, up into the 1250 degrees range. So I mean, the outside of the walls definitely got melted. I'm definitely not taking anything away from the Picts here, but I certainly won't want my fort built out of this. I mean, it definitely melted, it definitely recrystallized, but it's weak, totally weak. And it's not pretty either. It stinks. And yeah, my hands still reek of like this burnt ash odd smell. It's not something I've had while cutting rocks before, apart from when I was cutting some fossilized worms in a type of mudstone. That stank, and it's kind of got a similar pong to it. But yeah, anyway, that's been me blathering on for almost 10 minutes about rocks. So I'm going to sign off just now. And any questions or any queries, just jot it in the comments. Hit like, follow, and subscribe if you want to hear more. I'll catch you later, folks.